So it's a good morning to you and welcome once again to the 2023 ISSEA Volleyball Tournament being held here at Harare International School in Harare, Zimbabwe. Well, my name is Ruimbo Chakoreka. We'll be taking you through this match between the hosts and the ISK, that's International School of Kenya. Now, it has been a very interesting record so far for ISK, have not been able to notch up a victory for themselves. So the coaches, surely on this day 2 of the tournament, will be looking to try and get some winning going on, some momentum actually working out for them. As for HIS, well, it has been half and half. And just quickly taking a look at that lineup, we've got the likes of Temimo, who is right in there, James. We've got Tinom, Tenda, Liam, Damien, Jason, Emmanuel, Ezra, Luke, and Jonas. Now, Jonas and Jason Maya as well, being the sons of the sporting director here at Harare International School. Yeah, I can hear like those. Yeah. Pick. When I'm doing this, come, you can hear it. Yep. Direction. So good morning to you and welcome back to day 2 of the 2023 ISSEA Volleyball tournament that is happening here at Harare International School in Harare, Zimbabwe. We're about to get the second match for today on this court up and running, and that's between the hosts HIS, the Bulldogs, taking on the ISK Lions, and immediately HIS on the scoreboard with a long serve made by the ISK. Now just looking at the record so far for the tournament, it hasn't been looking too good for the ISK Lions. They've lost all 3 matches that they've played. This is their 4th, and they'll be hoping for a turn in fortunes, but it won't come with you not being able to counter-attack and being able to dig out, especially when the serve does come over the net. And so serving up is Ezra, and with that serve makes it horribly difficult for ISK. So I think ISK here need to try and regroup and find a way of getting themselves onto the board. Ezra serving once again. And this time around goes long. They're able to keep it in play, but now it has been set up. Goes in for the big one, and that's a Tino Mutenda. Does so well to get that one over. I mean, it was hit with such ferocity. There was very little that could have been expected as a different result other than the points to be won. So 4-0 in the lead so far. Great work, but fortunately for Tino, just maybe a little bit too much, and the rest of the team couldn't scramble to get around it. Tino getting ready to just send it over, looked for the angle, made it quite tight. Oh, looking for the gap. And that was really good awareness from Edward, who was able to find just that pocket of space that was left in defense. Now Sasha going for the serve once again. Whoa, that was really close. Almost inside the line there, but they do gain the point, so it's now time for Tino Mutenda to send it over. And once again, just tentativeness there allows HIS to gain another point. Sets it up. Tried to just go for a slight lob over the top was Michael, but just not enough. And that one just went straight into the net. Set up. Going for the spike, but this time around a little bit too much. Tino, another set, 14 anymore. That's a great one. Hit hard, hit at an angle, and wins the point. So a healthy lead right now for HIS, 7-0. And serving it up is Jonas Meyer. Sends it long and just a little bit too long. So Jonas Meyer takes to the bench, whilst Liam comes back onto the court. And that serve again, just a little bit too long. But it's good to see Jason Mayer coming on, and this time around wearing the number 4 with a different surname on his back, so it shows camaraderie here. Tino Tenda has to come back for it. A little bit of miscommunication. Just have to watch out in defense there, looking for the angle, and just went over. So really good awareness there to try and make sure that they didn't have to fight for a point unnecessarily. But James now getting ready for the serve. Oh, sends it short, right over the net. It was always going to be hard. But a great way of serving. Just didn't put too much power on it. Just let it roll into the pocket. And with that, a timeout has been called. And the score is 9-4 in favor of HIS. So at the moment for ISK, it's looking quite ominous. And maybe going to lose this particular set. But who knows? Volleyball does turn around quite quickly. So just back from the timeouts, and the ball is still in HIS's favor. Time sent over, just finding that little pocket of space. Tinemimo has to send it over, and it was just a little bit too long for him. But really good striking coming from Edwards, just to make sure he was able to stretch things for HIS. So Tino Mtenda was right down there, but unfortunately no support. Edward sends it over to Liam. Well said, Tino goes for the spike, but once again a little bit too long. And I do feel that maybe he should have gone for the angle and not the power. Edward again with the serve. Tino Mtenda not able to get or receive it cleanly, and it slices off the hands. Edward there just trying to be a little bit too smart and hands possession back to HIS. So the lead has been cut down quite significantly, just down to 3 now. Now serving is Tinemimo. See who will receive on the other end. Received by Matthias. Jason Mayer tried to save the situation, but it was just too close to the net. And so this time around, it seems like they're getting back into it. Ethan. This nationality is from Uganda, but is learning at ISK. Set up there for a great spike by Sasha there, and 2 consecutive points just make this a close contest. So maybe HIS there making this game a little bit too closer than it actually needs to be. Well set. Oh, wow. That's a big one from Jason Meyer. Rose up with authority and ferocity. And he was able to gain that one now. A quick substitution. Liam goes onto the bench. Jonas Meyer comes back on. Looks like the serve was a little bit too powerful, a little bit too long. And so the rolling subs continue to come. Jason takes to the bench as Liam comes back on. But it is ISK who have serve at the moment. Well taken. That looks like Tinom Tenda with a great spike right in the middle of the court. No answers for that one. Ezra will get the serve going. That's a little bit too much force behind it. And now that lead has been cut down very significantly. So HIS losing a little bit of rhythm. Now has been set up. A great block coming in. It was a massive attempt from Michael, but a great block from Tinemimo, or rather Tinom Tenda. Right over, set up. Edward was looking for the spike, but didn't quite come back. Liam, well set for him. And it is the Tinom Tenda who comes for it. And great watching of that ball over the line. So 2 consecutive points just helped them to just move away from the ISK. Oh, lack of control. And just affords a further point. Edward comes for the spike. Great defense right there by Jonas Meyer. And James, who was standing right at the net. Tinom Tenda. Edward coming in once again for the spike. Lovely action by Jonas Meyer. Good defense once again. But just in the pocket, Liam sets it up. Tinemimo sends it over. Again being set. Michael goes for it. That was great defensive work. Liam sends it back. Tinom Tenda was right there to assist. And decided to go over Tinemimo. Another set. Ezra goes for the angle and he finds that angle. An important point for them. It was a long rally there. ISK are really fighting back. Another substitution. And it is Damien who's coming on for Jonas Meyer. And this time around by Michael, it's hit long. He says that there is a hand in there. And so Michael there, just told to behave himself, was getting a little bit too frisky against the umpire. This time round he gets the point that he was wanting before. And I think he needs to calm down here and not be too feisty. Because if he can be feisty against the ref, it could make things very interesting for him. We do know that there are a lot of emotions invested in this tournament. Liam receives a nice set, looking for the angle. And upon setting, just an infringement there, and that just puts him in a tricky space. Liam receives it. Well set. Tinevimbo coming in for the spike. And great attack. That setup was easy and very simple. Jason Mayer comes in for Liam. So rotation here as you begin to see maybe more of the defensive qualities that Liam holds and possesses. Tinomtenda setting it up. Well tried by Jason, but just doesn't find the necessary angle. And Damien comes off. Liam has to come back on as they are receiving the ball. Setting it up will be what will be important. Tinomtenda sets it up. Oh, goodness me. A great save by Liam there because it was looking tricky, and fantastic once again. Trying to pull it back in the court. Edward goes for it. Good tap over the net. This is a great rally. Oh, goodness me. It looks like there was a fault there right by the net. So good fight back by ISK here. They are not going to allow this particular game go quietly into the night. And there are complaints from ISK feeling that there was an infringement from HIS. And I'm sure the referee here just not happy with the way that the boys are protesting points. We need better sportsmanship, and hopefully that will be communicated back to his team. And I'm sure the referee is standing his ground. And so that was Jameson. They are great commitment. Oh, yes. They are looking to come back into this. They're not going to allow it to fly through the night. 20 points to 16. So still trailing by 4, but making a fist of this. Edward goes for it. Oh, quite lucky there for Tinomtenda that Ethan was not able to take advantage right at the net. Just put too much force, otherwise could have been a simple tap over. And that's the difference between applying too much pressure and being calculative. And there we go. That one looks like it's set up. Oh, lovely piece of play. Just dumbing that big spike. Michael goes for it. Tinevimbo unable to get it right. It splices off his arms and goes straight out. So ISK doing really well for themselves. Coming back into the match nicely. Oh, well set. Oh, goodness me. Nobody was there. Everybody just looked at it. And slowly but surely just cutting down the lead. It's now 2 points. So ISK clearly have come with the game plan. Being set up again. Tinomtenda goes for it. Just far too powerful. Couldn't block him out. So it is 21-18. And looks like we're going to have 2 substitutes here. Liam as well as James go onto the bench. Oh, Jonas with a really good serve. Oh, gee whiz. That was a great strike. Found the angle close to the line. HIS here dicing with trouble. Need to seal this set, or rather this game off. Oh, lovely to find the angle. Oh, just couldn't find enough to send it over the net. And so 2 points away. But don't count ISK out. ISK are playing really, really well. Serve coming up from Ezra. Oh, that one goes all the way back. Can it get over the net? It doesn't. And that's a 24 now. So 1 more point. They can seal this one off and put that 1 game in the bag. Serve is good. Serve is great. And that's the end of that game. So HIS take the lead here, 1-0. ISK will feel a little bit hard done with some of the decisions, but then again, it is a sport, it is a game. They now have to change over. And I think this is just part of the entertainment that you are witnessing on the Harare International School YouTube channel, where we're monitoring 3 courts all at once here at the 2023 ISSEA Volleyball Tournament. Welcome back to the second game. Here, the 2023 ISSEA Volleyball Tournament at Harare International School, the hosts in a 1-0 lead. HIS in a 1-0 lead against the ISK Lions. Now the Warthogs seem to be outstepping, sidestepping the ISK Lions, and a lot of work needs to be done in order for them to get back into the match. But I must say, Edouard has been playing a fantastic game for ISK. Also, just a couple of blocks as well coming from Michael have also paid some dividends, as well as Ethan. So let's see how they continue in this one. Big serve comes from Jason Mayer, and just non-communication and lack of concentration coming from Jameson, and they lose it. So first point for this game goes to HIS. Again, another good start for them. Oh, that looks like it was a powerful ball Upon digging it, he had to step 5 steps back. Another strike. That one was going out, I would have felt, but oh, goodness me, HIS right in there. And they are feeling it. They are really feeling it. Jason Mayer will continue with the serve. Big one. Set up. Going for that one. Oh, Tinomtenda rising way above everybody. Towering over and sending that one into the corner. So Jason so far executing his serving duties quite well. Mateus to Michael. Oh, goodness me. The angle of his hand was just a little bit too wrong. And I'm sure the coach will want to just calm down his boys. He'll be looking for a timeout soon. Comes over, Mateus, Edward. Michael has to do something, gets it over the net. Tinevimbo, set up for Tinomtenda. Whoa. Totally wanted to smash that one out of the court. But what an angle. And he is just towering over. And looks like the boys are really on top of it right now. 5 points in the lead. That one just hit a little bit too long. Was looking for the angle. Was Jason Meyer. But immediately he goes to the bench. Liam comes on. We know his defensive capabilities, being able to receive the ball, dig the ball out. Tinomtenda set up. Goes for the spikes. Goes straight over. I did feel some fingers there. But right now, ISK struggling to get a foothold in this one. The Lions seem to be catching up with dust as the Warthogs continue to run away with this one. Oh, a dipping serve from Ezra. He's also been instrumental in setting up many of the points in this particular game. A very healthy lead, 7-0 at the moment. ISK needing some inspiration. ISK still needing some inspiration, even though they've got 1 point on the board. Set up. This will be difficult. Edward brings it back. They send it back over. Liam looking to set it up. Ezra, well, looking for the commentary box there, but couldn't quite find that one. And so ISK finding some momentum. Now hopefully they can win a couple of points here and pull back the game. Set up. Liam hits it high. Tinomtenda sends it far back. Looks like it was pushed over. Just looking to catch them by surprise. Tinomtenda tried to go for the spike, but well blocked by Michael. He was right at the net there. And this is some of the momentum that ISK needed. Big serve. Set up by Ezra. Tinomtenda gets it over. Edward goes for the spike, but just not able to get there. Was coming from an angle. Was always going to be hard. Now another serve from Tinomtenda. Edward coming from an angle, looking for that pocket. Set up for Tinevimbo. And Tinevimbo quite lucky there because it was well defended, but just unlucky for ISK, it went out. And once again, ISK just looking to pull back in. So actually the ref adjudged that maybe he might have just been out of the court. Looking to be set up. Michael going for it. And there we go. A foul. And that allows HIS to regain possession. Sends it over. To try and get it over the net this time round. Michael gets it set up for Edward. Goes for the spike. And goes a little bit too long. Went for power, but unfortunately didn't find the precision. Another serve. Edward looking for the set. That was a good touch. Ezra. Michael defends it. He goes for the spike. And it doesn't get it right. It was a good opportunity. And once again, another serve. Gets it right in the middle. And just mistimed his jump. Did Jameson. And that brings us to a timeout. A timeout desperately needed. HIS well on their way to sealing this second game. And if they do, that will be 3 wins under the belt in their 5th match of the 2023 ISSEA Volleyball Tournament. So we take a short break, and when we come back, more of the action in the second game. So straight from the timeout, HIS comes in immediately with a mistake. An unforced error, serving straight into the net. So can ISK take advantage, gain a couple of points, and make things work? Serve from Edward. And once again, a good point there. Great defense right by the net from Ethan. Edward again, just looking for that pocket of space. And there we go. Mistake after mistake right now. Unnecessary mistakes. They need to get their head back in the game. But a good cluster of points being harvested by ISK. Liam sets that one up for Ezra. Tinevimbo goes for it. And he finds it. Turns the momentum backwards. Another serve from Yunus. And another mistake from ISK. Going for another big serve. As James go for it. Liam defends it. Ezra sets it up. It was always going to be a tough one. And immediately we see how tough that one was. So James comes back for HIS, will be serving a very, very strong 8-point lead. But just looking at the officials here, just trying to make sure that everything is going according to plan. Nothing is amiss. And the officials, obviously coming from Zimbabwe Volleyball Association, who do this every single weekend for club games and even some of the national competitions. So good synergies being made here by Harare International School. Serve comes from James. Tapped over. Tinevimbo gets the first touch. Can he get it over? I think he wasn't in a position to make that spike. Really should have been set up for somebody else. But nonetheless, a great point for ISK. That one served a little bit too long. And so Ethan takes to the bench, replaced by Matthias. And Matthias also watches that one out for another point. Can ISK pull themselves back into the match like they did in the first game? Just a little bit difficult for Ezra there, and finds it difficult to set it up. This serve coming from Jameson. Dips low after the net. Tried to find the corner. Just a little too difficult for him. And so ISK once again slowly creeping back into the match. Just far too many mistakes being made by HIS at the moment. And there we go, another unforced error from non-communication. (16-12) at the moment from 16-9. And ISK really pulling back. Again, an unforced error. What's going on there? I'm sure the coach should call in for a timeout soon, because it seems like something is just not going right at the moment. Concentration lapsing, making it a closer game than it should be. But ISK taking full advantage. That one has been set up. Michael goes for it. Finds the gap right in the center. No one was there. And it's coming closer and closer. 16-13 now. So the last 5 to 6 points have actually gone to ISK, and ISK doing a really good job of pulling themselves back into it. Go for it. And so another unforced error for ISK just allows possession to go to HIS, but they will be feeling fired up. They're just only 3 points behind. And again, a mistake, an unforced error. 17-15 now. And taking up serve will be Sasha. Ezra sets it up. Tinomtenda again went for power and not precision. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-point game where ISK could actually level matters or even go into the lead. Set up by Ezra. Tinumtenda this time round goes softer. Edward comes in for the spike and makes a monumental mistake on the approach. There was some good momentum for them, but this time round didn't quite come together. So Ezra on serving duties. Looks to send it over. Edward there not getting some good communication. Set up for Tinumtenda, and he just about gets it over the net. Michael having some concerns there on how Tinumtenda gained that point. But the official is right on top of the situation. And so that one was quite tricky, quite dicey. It seemed like as if it was just floating into the corner. But nonetheless, it goes straight out. 19-17, HIS still in the lead. Tinumtenda. Ezra sets it up. Big spike. Big spike. That didn't find the corner, did it? It absolutely didn't. And it's now a 1-point deficit for ISK. I'm sure they're now feeling they are very close. And again, another unforced error levels matters. Can you imagine, from 16-7 at one point to 19 points apiece? And immediately and finally, Harare International School has called for the timeout. I think it was long overdue. When the boys started losing points, especially the first 3 or 4, it should have called the timeout. But as it stands right now, 19 points apiece in the second game. Who is going to take this one home? So we return back to the second game. That one sent too long. Well, son, when you've got a vice grip in a match, you should take advantage. But HIS will now look to turn the tables. 20 points to 19. Tinumtenda with the serve. Looking to set it up. Michael will send it over. Oh, goodness me. Almost went tricky there. Vimbo. Matthias set up again for Michael. Pushes it over. And it was good enough. And once again, they level matters. 20 points apiece. Are we going to see ourselves going into a third set? And that one goes straight over, just a little bit too much. With that, Jason Meyer steps on. Oh, goodness me. Goes straight through the fingers. And that's something that they wouldn't have wanted. Damien once again with another serve. And he gets it wrong. An unforced error. I think we can count more than 8 unforced errors in this match. HIS, Liam, Ezra sets it up. And once again, going for the classical and not the simple. The jump was not in there for the big spike. And it's 22 points apiece. Edward. Tinumtenda. Tinevimbo. Oh, gets it in. He gets that one in. It's 23 points to 22. 2 more points. They cannot afford to have unforced errors, otherwise they will be forced into a third set. And once again, lack of composure right at the net. And now it's 23 points apiece. Tinum Tenda. Oh, saved there by Ezra. Can they get it over? Finally do. Michael looking for the big set. And that one goes too long. It's now 24-22. All they need is 1 point. 1 point to get the job done. Can they get the 1 point? Seal this game. Have an extra bit of rest. Michael digs it real deep. Oh, lovely. That was the one that they needed. And it was Jason Meyer who had the all-important block to ensure that it dropped right after the net. And they are able to seal a victory that they surely should have sealed way, way back then. And so that takes HIS's winning tally to 3 games, 2 losses. As for ISK Lions, they're still waiting for their first victory. The post-match pleasantries will continue, but for HIS, a lot to discuss. And obviously this is the last and final match for the outside courts. We'll be taking for outside court 2. And so all the attention will now be going to court 1 on the outside, as well as the indoor court 1 and 2. Here at the 2023 ISSEA Volleyball Tournament at Harare International School in Harare, Zimbabwe.